Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Monday 9 at 9. I hope you are doing well. My name is Darla Bonk, and I am the CEO and founder of Darla Bonk Consulting, where we help you overcome the obstacles that are in your way in your life and in your business and with your team so you can get on your way to building and living a life that you love. And today, as I promised, I wanted to share with you all some of the lessons learned from my takeaways from this last trip that I just had last week. I was in Jacksonville with other leaders throughout the state of Florida for Leadership Florida, which I'm participating this year. And we had the incredible honor and privilege of having a sit down for just about 2 hours with 5 of the top CEOs, not only in the state of Florida, but in the country. We had the CEO from Blue Cross Blue Shield, Guidewell. We had the CEO from CSX. We had the president and CEO of the Jacksonville Jaguars. We had the CEO of the Mayo Clinic of Florida. And then we also had the president of Jacksonville University. So we had all the gamut covered from education to entertainment. And it was really impactful to hear not only some of the through lines that we all are dealing with as leaders in our businesses and with our teams, but also in how they are going about these challenges. And so one of the very first things that I wanted to share with you is they spoke very candidly about HR challenges facing them, one of which is how there is a customization for the HR function, the HR services within organizations that is going to be needed in the future because a one-size-fits-all model for HR is really difficult when you have all kinds of people now entering into the workforce that is your business, from the leftover baby boomers that are still in the workplace all the way down to the Gen Zers. And so knowing how to navigate and having the right skill set, not just the hard skill set, but those soft, tangible skills that can help move the needle, bring people together, and absolutely get the work done that is needed to in a way that satisfies not just the employer, but also the employee. And so that was a really crucial component to hear some of those discussions on how they're navigating through that. One of the other things that they really discussed was the elephant in the room, which is how are you keeping AI relevant, bringing that into the world of the business in your various industries without removing the human dynamic. And I was so encouraged to hear them say that there is going to always need to be a human in the loop in the world of AI, and that AI is the tool. It is not a replacement for the work. It is a tool to help the humans do the work, not a replacement for the humans doing the work. And I think that is very tangible that I wanted to bring back to this community for you to share with your team members and with your board members and with your C-suite executives, that it's not about either or, it's and. It is humans and AI working together. And we know this, but a lot of times that fear comes in, that fear gets us overwhelmed, right? And it was interesting to hear their strategic planning on how they're working through having a human in the loop in one area. For instance, the Mayo Clinic, they're going to be increasing their staff over time as they are increasing the usage of AI. So AI usage and growth in a business does not mean a shrinkage from a human capital perspective. So I want you leaders to really be thinking about that, because that is going to be very necessary as we continue to implement the AI tools into our businesses. Then they talked about the 10-year strategic plan. A lot of you all make 5-year strategic plans or even a 3-year strategic plans, but they're very adamant about a 10-year strategic plan, and not just from a 10-year perspective, but as they are making decisions, if they don't know how it's going to impact the business and their world of work in 20 years, then the decision does not get made. So it is not just about a popcorn decision-making culture. It is about thoroughly thinking through all of the opportunities and obstacles through that 10-year strategic plan, even 20 years down the line. How is this going to impact our business? How is this going to impact the world of education? How is this going to impact the world of entertainment? It was interesting to hear the Jacksonville Jaguars speaking about, president speaking about how, it used to be a captivating game where you would sit and, watch the baseball diamond, sit and watch every touchdown, sit down and watch every down, every touch on the field. And that's just not the case. Now it is the entertainment venue as a whole, in addition to the game happening, that owners and stadiums are having to think through to bring the people into the stadium. And then once they're there, keep and capture their attention. Sounds crazy, right? You want to go to the game, you want to watch all of the game. But actually, that is changing. And so, how do they do that in the next 20 years, as a lot of these stadiums are going to need to be rehabbed, including, the Jacksonville Jaguars is having a new complete overhaul and renovation of their stadium, $1.5 billion. And what does that look like? What does that need to look like right now? And what will that need to continue to look like in the future? But here's the thing. This is why I started off with all of these, because here's what is so neat about these higher elevated leaders, servant leadership, truly talking about what it means to be a servant leader. Because in all of these challenges, where we hear so much in our world of, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, I've got this going on, I've got that going on. Their language was very much, I get to work on these challenges. I have a fabulous team that gets to work with me on these challenges. It isn't, I have to solve for X. It's, I get to do this. And once you get up to that level, the CEO of a public company, a highly successful private company that has quadrupled in revenue since the CEO has taken the helm in one of the industries, to still have that mindset of, I get to. And it was really reverberated again and confirmed in me when I actually heard my pastor talking about this yesterday, of a get to, not a have to. And the language that we talk about as leaders is so crucial. It changes the leadership from the ideation of manager to leader, right? From leader to mentor. And how we are showing up and the language that we are bringing across to those to which we are communicating is so crucial. And it shares a lot about what our mindset is. So I get to write and create content for this 9 minutes every Monday morning to bring you 9 minutes of motivation and business tips. I get to have a podcast where I create content. I get to go out and work with these companies and help them solve their problems. I get to help them build in succession plans and M&A strategies. And I get to help them build in leadership development programs. I get to work with these incredible CEOs who are solving tremendous problems and help take some issues off their plate and the weight of the world off their plate by bringing my knowledge to them. I get to do those things. I get to be a part of an incredible family. I get to live in a beautiful location, an incredible city, and I get to deal with the traffic, and I get to deal with all of these things, and I get to deal with those things. But that mindset changes the way we look at the world around us, right? And that mindset changes the energy that we are attracting. And it also impacts the energy that we're trying to deflect. So I ask you, my friend, how are you looking at the world? How are you showing up to solve the problems that you have? And what is your mindset and your approach to those problems? Is it a get to, Or is it a have to? Because the problems are universal that we're all facing. The difference is in how we are choosing to show up, how we are choosing to approach that problem, and how we are choosing to communicate that we are not doing it alone. We do not live in a vacuum. It is taking the group that we have brought around us, the C-suite executives that you've hired to support your vision and your mission and execute that plan. And it is the people that you are mentoring that you get to pour into to shape the world of work around you and the future of your business. All right, my friend, that is 9 minutes of business tips and motivation to help get you on your way to building and living the life you love. Join me back here every Monday morning at 9 a.m.